Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode of the Gamers Podcast. Back here, and it actually hasn't been too long. Usually, I like to say, if it's been too long since the last episode, but it hasn't. I got a lot of podcast ideas and stuff I want to talk about, more or less. And I figured this specific podcast fits perfect to such tales as we just finished up Mafia. We just finished up our Mafia Let's Play, and I figured it kind of end off officially our Mafia escapades. I'll be talking about the new Mafia game that's coming out in 2025. And I might be making some follow-up podcasts about it when the game actually comes out. Um, but we're just going to be talking about it. The new Mafia game that's coming out. I'll be reading an article and I'll be giving, my thoughts on it and everything like that. Just the usual stuff here I do on the podcast, of course. Now I'm going to be getting this off Wikipedia. Of course, Wikipedia is a great site. It really narrows everything down and makes it easier for me to read and kind of analyze for anything, not just for the game, but just for anything really. But yeah, so I just a kind of side note here. I'm really looking forward to the game, and I did read a little bit about it before this. Obviously we have some Mafia 1 gameplay here in the background, but it's I have really enjoyed Mafia 2, and then I also played Mafia 3. I haven't played the first Mafia. I'm kind of doing it all backwards, but I played Mafia 3 and I really enjoyed it. And then obviously we just finished up Mafia 2, and I'm looking to play Mafia 1 a little bit, and kind of finish the story so I can end up playing Mafia, the new Mafia that's coming out. So I'm excited for it. But that's just kind of a side note. I am looking forward to this game. So Mafia, the Old Country, which is the game title is, of course, is an upcoming action-adventure video game developed by Hangar 13 and published by 2K, of course. It is scheduled to be released in 2025 for PlayStation 5, Windows, and Xbox Series X and S. It is a prequel to the first game and the fourth entry in the Mafia series following Mafia 3, released in 2016. So I think it's a direct sequel to Mafia, I think. Or no, actually, it says a prequel here. It's a prequel to the Mafia 3 released in 2016. So it doesn't have an official release date, just sometime in 2025, hopefully early. I heard that it might be February or something like that. But, that's just rumors I heard, nothing really too confirmed. But the setting is based in Sicily in the 1900s in the fictional town of San Celeste, which is previously featured in Mafia 2. Yeah, that's what, it's really cool because, I like this. It's really cool because I could obviously, we just finished the Mafia 2 and I could kind of, relate to it a little bit more. It's really easy that I can do that. It's kind of cool because coming off the Mafia 2 thing, like I was saying, it's really cool. I could kind of compare it. But yes, it's based around the origins of the Mafia. And with the fourth Mafia going into the development, with the fourth Mafia title, Hangar 13 sought to go back to the roots of what fans love about the Mafia franchise. According to Hangar 13 President Nick Baines, this is meant to return to a deep linear narrative, with a setting more aligned with the first Mafia game. Mafia the Old Country includes full audio dubbing in English, French, German, Spanish, and just all the other languages. But not, funnily enough, it's not Italian, despite the game addressing the origins of organized crime in Sicily. Italian localization can only be found as a subtitle option. In response to the controversy, Hangar 13 announced that the game would offer voice acting in Sicilian language, saying that authenticity is at the heart of the Mafia franchise. That's kind of ironic when you think about it. Then a little bit more on the release. The game was announced via a reveal trailer at Gamescom 2024 in Germany. It is scheduled to be released in 2025 for PS5, Windows, and Xbox. But again, no official release date, just in the year 2025. And that's kind of it here. There wasn't actually, surprisingly enough, there wasn't actually too much to go over here on the Wikipedia. Just because there's not too much info. So I'm actually on the official 2K.com and, about the Mafia website. Uncover the origins of the organized crime in Mafia, the Old Country, a gritty mob story set in the brutal underworld of 1900 Sicily. Fight to survive in this dangerous and unforgiving area with action, or era. With action brought to life by authentic realism and rich storytelling that critically acclaimed Mafia series is known for. Join us for a closer look at Mafia, the Old Country in December 2024. And that's probably when I'm going to make a follow-up podcast. Probably going to make a few follow-up podcasts. Probably whenever the closer look comes out in December, like it mentioned, and probably when the game actually comes out, I'll be talking about it. And honestly, I'm probably gonna end up getting this game. I have watched a trailer and a few other things. I'm probably gonna end up getting the game. It looks like a great game, and obviously on the PS5, I think it'll run very smooth. I'm really excited to look at the guns because I know in Mafia 2, the guns I really like the guns and all the weapons you were able to use and stuff like that. So that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to. I couldn't really find too much else on the game, like not on the game, but like because there's just been so much little info, just a couple trailers and not too much else to talk about other than the wiki. But I found some other articles that I'm going to go through here. This is from Games Radar and it's Mafia: The Old Country. Everything we know so far about the new game. Obviously, it's going back to the beginning of organized crime as Hangar 13 and stuff like that. And it just goes into a little bit more of how the game, a little bit more that I couldn't cover. But Mafia: The Old Country is going to demand your attention when it lands in 2025. Developer Hangar 13 is back, of course, this time with a prequel to the original Mafia game that's exploring the origins of organized crime with action the studio promises will be brought to life by the authentic realism. Kind of the stuff we already went through with the wiki. Excuse me. Naturally, it's a little bold for 2K Games to schedule Mafia: The Old Country in the same release window as GTA 6 when you think about it. But that only goes to show how much confidence the publisher has with its title. Um, with the first trailer out in the wild and the promise of more information coming this December, now it's a perfect opportunity to get caught up with everything you need to know about Mafia: The Old Country. It's pretty funny how GTA it's releasing in the same year as GTA 6. I didn't really think about that. But it goes into a lot more here, so it's a little bit about release date speculation. So currently, Mafia: The Old Country release date is penciled in for some point next year in 2025. We didn't see the game's reveal trailer, but it was thanks to a tweet from the publisher 2K after the Gamescom opening night live showcase unveiled the year-long release window. Alongside 2K's other games like Civilization 7 and Borderlands 4, we'll keep you posted once the firm date gets announced. That's just the website talking about it. It's going to release regardless. The Old Country is specific targeting current generation hardware, but you might have guessed that given how polished and impressive the cinematic reveal trailer was as such, you can expect The Old Country to arrive on PC, PS5, and of course Xbox. I had to say that a lot in a lot of the articles, of course, mention the actual release, what it's going to release on, and it's nice that it's also releasing on PC, because I feel like PC gamers don't get a lot, not PC gamers, but I feel like PC doesn't get a lot of games like regular consoles do, like Xbox or PlayStation. So it's nice to see PC getting in there. The Old Country gameplay experience isn't going to stray too far from what the series has been delivered over the past 2 decades. This prequel is going to be a gritty, narrative-driven action-adventure game where you work to uncover the origins of organized crime. Developer Hangar 13 will build off of its experience making Mafia 3, a game with stunning sense of time and place as it dials to the authentic realism and rich storytelling that the critically acclaimed Mafia series is known for once again. Of course, that's what I'm really excited for, kind of what they were saying. Of course, it's just kind of going over some of the extra stuff that I was in, but it goes in the 1900s Sicily. You'll be heading back to the fictional town of San Celeste, last seen in 2010's Mafia 2, of course. Kind of like calling back to kind of what we saw in Mafia 2, and it kind of more or less goes over, the rest of the article goes more or less over kind of what we already went over. I don't really want to go over kind of the same thing I already said. That would just be kind of stupid, but yeah, that's kind of all the articles I could find. And then until December, when more info comes out, I'll be making a follow-up podcast, of course. And like I said, when the game actually comes out at some point. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to really see the gameplay, and I'm excited for, like I said, the weapons and the actual story. I think it'll be very interesting just for Mafia, the previous Mafia games and stuff like that, the first three. I think Hangar 13 and 2K are going to do an amazing bang-up job on it. Sorry if I sound a little bit stuffy, by the way. But I think they're just going to do a great job as always. They made Mafia games so special, especially if they're kind of calling back to what it used to be. I'm really excited. I really enjoyed playing all the Mafia games, and of course Mafia 2. I really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to see more about this game, and I plan on buying it by the time it comes around to the release date. So I'm really excited about it. I know that there's not too much else to talk about, honestly, because, like I said, there was like more of a less of a lack of info that I could go off on. But I kind of wanted to come in here on the podcast and kind of, especially since we just finished Mafia 2, like I was saying, I kind of wanted to introduce it, if that makes sense. So, like, I can make a follow-up podcast when it comes out, kind of like in piece. I kind of did that before with, like, certain games or upcoming games that are now out, but I'm definitely going to be talking about it more in December at some point when more info comes out. Just kind of want to come on here, talk about it, talk about kind of what the articles kind of suggested. But yeah, I'm real excited about the Mafia. It's coming out. I'll definitely be getting it. And yeah, it's kind of, I know it was one of the shorter podcasts that we had, but like I said, there's just not too much to talk about, but it was enough. I feel like it was enough to talk about it. But other than all that, kind of a shorter podcast that we've been having recently. Um, but yeah, that's where we're gonna cap off today's video. Comment down below. You guys gonna buy the Mafia, the old country, or are you gonna, are you into Mafia? Do you like it? Whatever it is, it may be. Comment down below. We could discuss all that. Whether you're gonna buy it or not, or if you like what you see so far in terms of the trailer and everything. Yeah, comment all that stuff down below, and make sure to subscribe for more content. Like the video, all that good stuff. Discord, Twitch, Instagram. Links in the description. And be sure to stay tuned for the follow-up podcast I make in December, which is coming up at some point in the month. I'll be making a follow-up podcast when it comes out. So be sure to stay tuned for this if you did enjoy this video. And if you're looking to follow just general news and stuff about Mafia, be sure to stay tuned for the next Gamers podcast I make about this. And yeah, with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.